Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eichenberry in real life, and welcome to another Roundtable for Infestation. We've got a full crowd with us today on Google Hangout. Welcome, everybody. So, don't all say hi at once, but here we go.
Hello.
Hello.
So,
Hey,
nice poster, by the way.
thanks.
Some things that I want to announce at the end of the show. We're going to do a drawing for a free account code for Infestation that have somewhere between 0 and 9,600 gold on it, and that's available to everyone here who's a follower of my channel. And then for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I will within the next 2 days reply to somebody who has posted in the comments, and you will have a private message from me containing a brand new account code. So do give a shout on the reply on YouTube as well. So, okay, we have got a lot of stuff, and so did you guys know that Infestation now is more than 1 million users? Did you guys see that press release?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so in fact, it is 1.3 million players that have registered. Maybe it's 1.2 with the number of them that have been banned. I don't know.
Yeah.
And there's some really interesting stats that Sergey put out in a press release. That there are more than 400,000 players that log in per month, which is a very healthy crowd if you ask me. More than 100,000 players log in daily. The average player has spent more than 95 hours playing the game. That's pretty amazing. 51 million characters created to date, and 2.25 trillion zombies killed. So, it I don't know. Sounds like success to me. What do you guys think?
I think those are good numbers, and I hope they keep going up.
Yeah. I'm actually impressed with those numbers, and it's higher than what I thought it was. And and of course, I hope that it keeps growing and everything, especially since Marky Dragon now is an official reseller for the game as well. And anyway, that's just it blows my mind that 1.3 million accounts have been sold. So it's pretty cool. Did you guys see the M2 Gaming event that they did for charity? Nobody did?
I did. I actually donated to it as well.
Oh, okay. So
Awesome.
Jojo, tell us about it.
Well, M2 Gaming Group collectively raised $10,000. So I thought that was just really amazing.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it was a charity for water for children.
Mhm.
And it's just I actually want to try to get another one because I participate in a gaming charity called Extra Life, and I would love to get Infestation on board because you can make a gaming team. Like I met it like through Rift, and Rift had a team tree on Worlds, and I would love to get Infestation on board with that because I love charities. I'm sorry.
Well, Jojo, contact me offline, off the show, and maybe I can get involved with that as well.
Oh,
So.
okay, I will.
So the M2 Gaming guys consist of Yeti Nation, Dakotas. Help me out here. It's one of the guys starts with the XXE as start of his name. I forget his name, but anyway, yeah. So the other big news is, did you guys know that Sergey has a heart?
I was unaware of that.
Yeah.
Are
yeah,
you talking about all of his work on the forums lately?
No. I'm talking about that he donated $5,000 to that charity. So.
Oh, I did not hear about that. That's very
I did not
nice.
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. So. Him on behalf of Hammerpoint, they did a $5,000 donation to the charity, and so that was pretty cool right there. Shocked a lot of people. So, oh yeah, and it's Envoy was the other person. So, and the charity water. So, yeah, pretty cool. So, okay, next subject here. Have you guys seen the dev diary from the 26th that shows the new maps, the new map
Yes,
stuff?
I have.
And
Yes, I have.
yeah, maybe I'll just put in here real quick. Let me show everybody some of this from the maps. Well, that's a real picture of Colorado, but there's some pretty interesting stuff here that looks like it's going to be a huge improvement in the graphics of the game, but also
Looks like it.
I hope it doesn't blow people out of the water who are lower end graphics cards. I'm a little worried about that.
I was a little worried about that too, and I was a little annoyed by everyone exploding on the forum saying I'm done with this game. They're just not doing anything with helping the low-end people. But I don't know if any of you guys also saw that. I think it was Sergey that put up the repost of the improvement on the frames per second on the computers he was using at the office, and he's saying that even with the higher end detail, that this terrain engine's actually helping by about 5-6% on the frames per second.
Well, 5-6% is a lot, actually. It doesn't fix everybody, but that is a improvement that people who are having frame rate troubles would be able to see. So, because if you're currently getting 25, then it would bring you up to like 27, something like that. So, I think that would be good. What do you guys think about Colorado actually expanding in size?
I think it's a good thing because it'll shift PvP from just clearing on the map.
Oh, really? Do you think that'll make PvP, happen more elsewhere? Or, it used to be Smallville, didn't it? Before it was Clearview, was everybody always in Smallville? And then Campos, and now Clearview seems to be the place. I feel like it's shifted a few times.
Yeah, I think even Boulder originally was one of the hot spots for PvP in the early days.
I'm a fan of the map being made bigger if a little more is added in between towns. Like, I've spent a lot of my time on this game simply walking, and now it seems like I'm going to have to walk even farther, which is fine. I'm glad they're actually working on the game, but I'd like something more in between, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't like the fact that we're gonna have to remove and take all the items out of our lockboxes.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise they'll
Now,
just
I didn't read all the
disappear.
details, so they've said that we're going to have to take everything out of our lockboxes?
Yeah,
Yes.
Sergey actually said that we should be getting an email ahead of time to give us, time to move our lockboxes because the land is changing. They're bringing down some mountains and turning them into hills, and some entire cities and areas are being moved around, so it will affect lockboxes.
Yeah, I could imagine. Why don't? Okay, let me just ask a dumb question here, but why don't they just pop? Whenever they make this change, why don't they just run a script to pop everybody's lockbox and its contents back into their inventory of the person who placed it?
I think the reasoning is this is a complete new terrain engine, and I don't think it's the fact that it's not just a reskinning like they have been doing with the new Boulder,
No, I
the
understand
new
that.
Campos.
Your stuff won't be able to sit in the same place. But I'm just saying, all the man hours that it's going to take for all of us to move all of our shit out of our lock boxes, I have like 10 of them, and we have to move all of them out, that it's going to take me hours. And what would it take is maybe one day coding by one of the programmers there to actually, so they can, right before the patch, they execute it, and it just pops everybody's lockbox back into their inventory, and all of their
At least
items
you're not
into their inventory.
Here and have like, at least you're not John have like 50 in the airport.
Yeah, I had a group of friends help me move all those. We all rushed in with military rucks and left. It took about 3 trips.
I'm actually a fan of that because you get some of these guys that put their boxes down on item spawns, and they're too much of a jerk to remove it, so I don't really mind it. I am losing a couple boxes, but...
Now, when you say they put them down on item spawns, you mean they're actually able to physically place it on a spot where stuff spawns, and so the stuff doesn't spawn anymore?
Yeah, or, they put it on an item box, and then it makes the item box kind of sticks out of the side of the lockbox, but it makes it hard to get to, and it's just, I don't know, it's just stupid.
Troll.
Yeah. Okay, let's not blow our nose without muting our mic. Yeah. Well, okay, so I didn't know that. I had not experienced that with people. Well, I actually hadn't even thought about it. I'm just like, well, I'm walking by, I see lockboxes in there. I didn't know that it was actually blocking spawns. Okay. Well, I guess a little bit of pain for a little bit of gain, and it will create not only hopefully improvement for people, but it should create some other adventuring for all of us to find these new areas and figure it all out. So I look forward to that. That's one of the favorite things. I love wandering around. So
I'm on board with that too. I mean, I've been playing since October, so this is like going into a new game almost. You go. It's just I'm really looking forward to it.
What let's see here. Now, it was mentioned that we should think about, that hopefully there'll be a little bit more of stuff in between, when you're walking. What is it that you're hoping for in between? Like roaming zombies or, huts with loot?
I think both would be a really good idea. I've always wanted the idea of roaming zombies ever since I watched The Walking Dead. And then also, like the checkpoints that you find on like Interstate 70, I wish there was more of those, because you actually find some pretty good loot on those occasionally, and they're just a fun distraction when you're just running down an interstate for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I found a few of those. So, yeah, I forgot to mute my phone. So, what are some other things that you hope to see in the new maps, or the new Colorado map?
I wouldn't mind seeing more med locations that weren't exactly, clinics and towns. Just, I know, was it Johnny Truant that said he was going to put a med station down by Glenwood Springs area? And I think that would help bring people to other locations.
Yeah, and especially those very remote locations. You got to bring a lot of meds with you to to really be effective down there. Otherwise, you run out, and then what do you do?
I think places like Boulder should have like a large medical facility that's multiple stories. I think that'd be an interesting place to stock up on meds.
Like a
or
hospital.
Maybe even a prison or something. Yeah.
Oh, a prison. Oh, now that's interesting.
Definitely.
Break in and out.
Yeah, good place to find like SWAT gear or something.
Yeah, and other zombies that are buff, that have been working out a lot, and that'll kick your ass.
Super zombies.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I saw somewhere an image of super zombies.
Yeah. Have they said anything about any new zombies or anything like that in the new map, new creatures?
I've noticed they're very touchy to mention anything like that. I think it's too early in the development plan to start releasing that information. But I would love to see new stuff come out like that.
I know they hired a new animator, and so he's been on the team for a week or two now, and so that that could indicate some new things that have movement, and I do know that they're very cautious about announcing new things because they've burned themselves really bad in the past with that. They've really learned that the hard way. MMOs in the very beginning had this problem, and they quickly learned that they had to be very tight-lipped about a lot of things and be vague, no details. Say a new map's coming along, but not really much information about it other than there's a new map coming along. Because when you get into details and then things change for whatever reason, it's a problem. So, okay, well, I'm looking forward to the new map. So whenever it's out, I'm ready.
Something I'd love to see is wildlife. I'd be really excited if they added in some wildlife.
Yeah. Wildlife that's both tame and maybe aggressive. Bears.
Yeah, hostile. I don't know how well it would work, but I would like maybe quick time events. You're walking through the forest and a bear attacks you, and you got to fight it off. I think that'd be pretty awesome. But there again, it could really screw you over with PvP though, because you're in the middle of a quick time event and some dude could just walk up on you and you don't even see him because you're in the quick time event. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, the bear could wander into the middle of PvP.
That would be awesome.
Bear is attracted by the noise. Just like zombies are. Shouldn't be too hard to take care of. I mean, a couple of shots to a bear should be able to take him down. As long as you hit him in the head, I guess.
I was thinking more like packs of roving dogs, wild dogs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that could be fun, too. So, let's see here. They also, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was an AMA was posted, which is Ask Me Anything. And they said that they would answer most anything unless you were rude. They got some pretty interesting answers. One of the things, Strongholds, which our Stronghold servers. Of course, they've been saying forever that we're going to get them, and we still don't have them. And they specifically said that we're going to get them when they're ready. But they also said that that they're going to function the same way as other servers, except they'll have additional features like building your own bases, collecting resources. There'll be smaller maps with no zombies, specifically designed to be more like construction lots. They'll give us the tools to gather resources so that we can build our own safe zones, home bases, etc. It's kind of interesting, but if you have to log into a different server to access your stronghold, does that, I don't know, what's the use of building a safe zone if it's not public? I don't get it.
Well, I think you can still invite people there, hopefully, but I think it's just a cosmetic thing. It's just you'll be able to work towards something now. Instead of your purely survival, now we'll have something to work towards and fight for.
It's their way of Minecrafting it up.
Well, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm just not sure what we're going to do there, because it's kind of instanced. It's not like somebody can just wander by and see, oh, hey, here's a stronghold in the middle of the forest or whatever, and go check it out. Being instanced, if they have to be invited and everything, sure, invite your friends there to party or whatnot, but I don't know.
I think it would be interesting if you could go on the forums and say, come to my stronghold, and like have some people set up in your stronghold, and you can invite people to come and try and take over your stronghold.
Yeah. That would be interesting if you could build it that way, and then they try and attack and conquer it. Also, it could be a way for player-to-player trading. that if it's a lot more controlled environment where you can let like one person in at a time, and then you can it's a lot like having your own server to where people can set stuff on the ground to trade and not fear somebody else picking it up. I just got to say F you to the guy when we were trading that picked up my 50 bandages at one time that I was being given and then wouldn't give it back. So, it happened to me that even on our server that we're doing events on, when we opened it up to the public, we had this guy that we were trading some stuff, and the guy picked up my stuff off the floor, so then wouldn't give it back. So,
there's one in every crowd, man.
Yep. And then he stuck to me like glue, thinking that we were going to set more stuff on the ground. So, okay.
Be nice if they just went ahead and added a trade interface, player-to-player trading.
Absolutely. And I know Kook just said in chat that we will have a trading system. It's almost done. It just needs some back-end work. Cool.
Nice.
Yes. Okay.
That
I'm
is
happy to
awesome.
hear about that. So that's very good. There's one portion of trading that I hope that they can address, and maybe Kook can say here. He's semi-AFK. Okay. He's probably working on the server problems. They changed how gold transferring works. And it's causing me huge issues with the clan because we are growing at a faster rate than what we can get donations in to buy more clan slots. And so, you have to wait 7 days in a clan in order to donate to the clan, and currently donating to the clan is the only way to transfer money. Kook is saying that was done because of hacked accounts, and yes, that's my understanding. And so they would transfer all the money away. I wonder if maybe, and here's my suggestion, Google Authenticator is free, open source. It could allow us, if added to the game, to tie our Google Authenticator to the game so that we can prove it's really us logging in each time, and then in the trading interface, maybe we'd be able to hand over gold at the same time. So the whole authenticator thing is already built by Google, and they're giving it away as open source. So, and it's being used in a couple of games right now already. But that's my biggest beef with trading, is that you can't trade gold. And I understand why they cut it off because of that problem. Most people would notice within 7 days that their account is hacked. But it's causing our existing members to have to fork out a lot more money to get our new members in. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, the lockboxes thing. Somebody's saying, maybe Kook didn't hear this. Kook, you got to listen. Ask Sergey to make sure that with the lockboxes that we don't have to pick them up. Program in a button that just kicks everything back up to our inventory on the original owner of the lockbox. And then that way, all 1.3 million of us that are playing the game don't have to go retrieve our lockboxes, and it's just one programmer having to work a day or two to make it happen. So,
I believe the hope is all 1.3 million of us will have to go buy a new lockbox.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm pretty upset that my lockboxes disappear after 3 weeks, especially when I'm paying for them on a private server. I can see it on public servers, that the public servers can get littered with them, and if they're not being used, that they should be removed. But on a private server, it shouldn't. I've paid money for the server and for the lockbox. Lockboxes don't spawn naturally, and so when I go on vacation for a month and my lock boxes are gone, or I have to go collect everything. it's a big issue to me, even though they only cost me, 80 cents each or something like that. But
It should be an admin tool where they can remove a lockbox and stuff like that if someone's not playing on their server anymore.
or, maybe the lockbox when it despawns should go back into the player's inventory minus the items. So it's not a way to transport items straight to your inventory, but at least get the box back. So, because that's the item that you paid for most likely. So, have any of you guys here ever had to ask for support in the game? Like, do a support ticket?
Luckily, I haven't, but a couple of guys from our clan have. There's one right now that's embattled with them. Just false bans all over the place for some reason.
Yeah, the false bans are really tough to deal with. It's bad for the players. It's bad for the company. It's bad on both ends. And yeah, but they did post some stats about tickets, and that high priority tickets, 24 to 48 hours, medium priority, 2 to 7 days, and low priorities may take a very long time. And a snapshot of the queue whenever they wrote this was high priority was 67 tickets, medium priority 700, and low priority 5,100 tickets. So
what constitutes as low and high and mid, though? What's the criteria for that?
I don't know. They just say that there's assigned specific categories, and that so if I would think that a high priority would be help, I can't log into the game or my account's been hacked. Another high priority might be character stuck. I got stuck in an area one time and I couldn't figure out how to get out. My teammates eventually showed me, there's a window over here in the vines that you can crawl through that I didn't see. Stuck tickets should be that. Medium priority would be some of my items disappeared. I don't know where they went. And maybe low priority is, I don't know, something that only a few people have issues with. Bugs in the game. I don't know. I think the priority should really be on the severity of whether or not you can play your character, and then how many people it affects. Like the bug coming out of Clearview Medical, where you disconnect, get a pump buster disconnect when you get next to the ambulance. That's a problem.
Yeah. Speaking of that, actually, I can't actually go into the Clearview Med anymore. I always crash.
Yeah, I understand that if you go in and out the side windows, that alleviates that problem.
Something about that doorway, man. It's just death.
Yeah. Well, I've been able to go out and go to the right, and I'm okay. But if I turn to the left, I'm not. So, I've been. Well, that's my new thing after disconnecting there several times. So.
Damn, I thought that was just me the whole time. I guess not.
No, it's not. It's everybody. And I didn't realize it was other people as well. But the more people that put in tickets about that, the more urgent they'll know it is, and the sooner it'll get fixed. I suppose, though, on the flip side, that maybe they don't like me saying the more people that put in tickets about it because, they're already clogged with them, but if they read it, they can assign it right away to the same issue, same bug issue, and then they can all be resolved at once.
Speaking of bug issues, I think they mentioned in the AMA that the new Colorado map will be coming out on a public test servers first. They didn't use exact words, very public test server. Maybe Kook can confirm this for me. But they were kind of hinting that those public test servers may be coming out very soon. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, before the new map comes out, we'll be able to report those issues before it goes public.
Yeah, actually, well, yeah. So I do agree. We should have some test servers to get on to try things out. That will help identify a lot of issues. So Kook does say that he believes there will be Colorado will be on test.
He does not believe, so.
Oh, I do not believe Colorado will be on test, but Cali probably will. Well, so you know what that means. It means that when it rolls out, that I hope that they're all planning on doing some overtime, because we are all going to find all of those issues right away. You're worried about the number of tickets? There may be a few.
I am happy that they're going down the public test server road, though. Even though it's not out right now, I am happy that they're going to be bringing that out, because that's going to help a lot with forum complaints, I think, when the patches come out. Because it seems like right now I just prepare myself every time a patch comes out, because I'm like, all right, let's see what bugs come out, let's see what the forum's going to do now.
Those forums, man, some of the guys in there are just shameful. I mean, at the end of the day, you might not be happy with the service, but at least they're trying now. You know, it's not all their fault.
There is a lot of hate, and some of it I don't even know where it comes from. It's just been there's been so much hate for the game that I consistently see this whenever I reference Infestation in other episodes, like our Build an MMO that we're doing, where we're making a game, and every time I reference Infestation for something they do good, I get these comments of people saying, "Oh my God, that game is so bad, you shouldn't use it for inspiration." And I'm like thinking, there's good things to everything, you know. And you know, Hammerpoint doesn't have everything wrong. They have a lot of stuff right as well, even though they do struggle in some areas. So anyway.
Yeah,
I think. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I think a lot of people are holding on to the past, and they're not seeing the progress being made, and that things are really getting better, and they're trying, and you know, they're doing really well. I mean, I can honestly say I'm content with the game right now. I still enjoy playing it.
Yeah, you know, I think the game is great. Do I think the game has problems? Absolutely. Are those problems so severe that it causes me to not want to play? No. And as long as they keep working on them, I'm happy. Because they're just making what I think is a great game better. So.
Kook said it well in the chat there. It's cool to hate on the game. It's just it's especially when it first came out, it was like the latest internet hate train.
Well, if I would have went by the Steam forums for that game, I wouldn't have 300 hours into it now, because the forums on Steam are terrible for this game.
Yeah. My videos, 50% thumbs down on every Infestation video, and but people keep watching. I don't get it.
It's like there's a bandwagon hate.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
And the crazy thing on Steam is you can click on people's profile and they'll be hating on the game and everything. You go click on their profile, they don't even have the game.
Yeah, that is kind of it's like asking me to describe what it's like to be of another nationality or something like that. You know, I don't know. I'm average Joe White guy, and that's what I know. You know. I have empathy for other people, and I have some understanding, but I could not speak with any authority on it. So, and if you haven't played the game, how do you speak with authority on it? So, okay.
I always thought it'd be really cool if, like, maybe not right now, but like hopefully after we get the vehicles, we get California, get the hackers calm down a little bit. I think it'd be really cool if maybe some of the bigger gaming review companies did like a vindication review to maybe get a little bit of the hate and maybe vindicate Hammerpoint a little bit, because like I said, they really have been doing a great job, and I really think the game is going to look completely different by the time Christmas comes around.
You know, if you guys remember from last year, what everybody kept saying was, Hammerpoint is scamming us. The game is going away, and they're just taking our money. And I noticed that has quit because the game is still here and still very playable. And even if you bought a $15 account in the beginning, you are still able to play the game. So, Kook says, "Oh, they still say it."
I have like 20 friends that play this game now, and last year I was the only one. I mean, I think numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah. Well,
it was top 20 on Steam.
As long as they keep they keep improving the game, I'll keep playing, and I like it, no matter what the detractors say. So,
I think this game has taken some of the best ideas that this genre has and has laid a good foundation. It just hasn't been capitalized on yet, but I think they're working on that. And it's almost like everybody just wants this game to just spawn, to just poof into existence. Nobody understands that they have to work at this.
Yeah.
But then on the same hand, they said they've been in development for years and this and that. So, I mean, it's like, there's two sides to it.
That is true.
Are any of you worried that when the next DayZ comes out that that there's any risk of it killing Infestation here?
Controls are too complicated on that game. I hate that game.
Yeah, that's actually the difference that most people don't understand when they compare the two. Is that DayZ is a simulation,
Yeah.
and not Warzy. Infestation is arcade, and I know that I don't want a simulation. I've had some fun in the game; it has some good points, but I have more fun in Infestation.
I think it's a whole different feel. It's the same as comparing Call of Duty to Battlefield. If
True.
you really want to look at it, it's the same. It's the same concept. It's the same game. But if you've played both games, you know it's a complete different feel. And I feel like DayZ and Infestation's the same way.
I don't really understand the huge love for DayZ and then the huge hate for Warzy. I mean, by definition, DayZ is an awful zombie survival game because you don't really survive the zombies there. It's just more PvP with some crack-headed zombies running around.
Crackhead zombie.
I love my zombies, so I tried DayZ out, and I ended up having to Google controls because I was so lost. And it's just, when I go into a game, I want to know how to play. You can get that interface, and it's like I was completely lost in DayZ.
I had to print out a character sheet of all the commands, and then even at that, I was really struggling to find what I was trying to do on the sheet because there were so many different combinations and everything. So, in this AMA, the question was asked: are you considering adding PvP servers? And they're saying no. Then can we get bound to character items? Answer is also no, which I think is good. I want to steal your stuff when I kill you.
Yeah, that's a bit much for this game.
Yeah.
Leave that kind of stuff to Neverwinter.
Yeah.
But
Oh, go ahead.
Which, by the way, I think we all want to say props to Hammerpoint for making this AMA because I really think the company needed it. And it's amazing all the different things they, I think, kind of accidentally or maybe purposely announced with the AMA. Because if you looked at the underlining message in some of the questions or some of the answers, they announced a lot of stuff. Like they finally said that the subscription or premium servers will have better loot, which is something that they've been avoiding to talk about, but they answered in the AMA. And I thought it was interesting in looking at all the questions addressing new server stuff. They have a lot of new server features coming out.
I do. I didn't read the whole thing because this thread is huge, but hopefully they said that I'll be able to kick and ban people from my server. So that's something that I really want.
Hope that's added, and and like tools for officers or moderators, so other people
Mm-hmm.
other than just the admin can kick. That would be really
Right,
nice.
right. Yeah, actually, and taking that one step further, I'd like to be able to say my clan members who can add and remove people from the clan can also have rights to, remove people from the server.
That'd be awesome.
I got totally griefed the other day. We kept removing this guy. I had to fire it up on my laptop because, you have to log out to boot somebody. And so I logged in on my laptop on another account so I could keep booting him, and he just kept coming back, and it really kind of irritated me. So they asked for veteran servers, and they said, and so veteran servers are the amounts of play time in excess of 24 to 48 hours. That it requires that your character has that amount of playtime in your account. And they said, that is something we can definitely add. Expect this to be added fairly soon. That's interesting. Do you think we'll get a more mature crowd that way?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I don't know if it would be.
Maybe.
What about less hackers?
I think it'll be less hackers, but I don't know what level of less hackers.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that the hackers all eventually get busted. I don't think that there's any of them out there that have been surviving this whole time that don't get caught. So it would be interesting to find out how many hacking reports there were on one of these private server or these veteran servers as compared to the regular servers, because I would play a lot on the veteran servers if I knew that I was going to have a better play experience. So
yeah, well, and then I was thinking if they do end up going down that premium server route, what hacker's going to pay $15 or $10 or $5, however much it'll be a month, if they know that they're going to be getting kicked?
Mm-hmm.
Or have the risk of being banned by Punkbuster? They're not going to spend that extra money, and there may be people that spend hackers that spend the extra money to get on premium servers. But I think it wouldn't be the better loot that I would be going after on premium servers. It would be going for the fact that there's probably going to be less hackers on those servers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be a higher level of gameplay too, because these people that are playing on there have a lot more experience with the game.
Yeah.
So, which just means that I would get killed even more. For all the hours I have into this game, I still feel like I suck at it sometimes. But I keep playing.
The PvP is challenging in this game.
It is very challenging.
We just need to get you an escort to Clearview.
Well, I have my secret service in the clan now. That's what they've called themselves. And I still die, So, or like, Dakota, that Dakota came on to our Marquee Dragon server last Saturday, and he took out in the teens of us before somebody popped him. So.
Yeah, he really had fun. I play with you, and I really look forward to it. It's really fun.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm not a big fan of Dakotas.
I've heard interesting things about Dakotas and his team.
Oh.
I hear he's got eyes in the sky.
Eyes in the sky. Well, I don't know. I can tell you though that he's pretty good, and I do watch his stream from time to time, seeing what kind of tips and tricks I can pick up, and so I have to give him props for having as much success as he does have, but I'll also say I don't like the music he plays. Not my style. So, okay, well, and they say that they've got Oculus Rift kits that they're waiting for, so that maybe Oculus Rift could be supported in the game. Boy, I can see that. Damn. I don't know if any of you use the Oculus Rift, but you can get motion sickness with it, and I could just see myself getting all dizzy and stuff, trying to avoid zombies and all the flipping back and forth that you do, watching your back and everything. So, they're hiring. Did you guys see that? So they're hiring mods. And
For the forums?
Yes, for the forums. And they're going to be in-house, meaning probably in-house. I don't know if that means that they're not going to be outsourced or that they're going to actually sit in the offices in LA. But if they are actually sitting in the offices in LA, they'll have better communication with everybody and probably do a better job. So, also when you're able to look over an employee's shoulder, they tend to do a better job too. So, here's an interesting one. I haven't read the answer yet, but I just read the question. What do you think about people saying streamers are favored over normal players? And their answer is, we wish there were an easier way to spend more time with each and every single player in the game, but streaming gives us a much easier access to many players at once. We don't actually favor them over any other players. I can tell you that the only favoritism I've got is that when I ask them to come on the show, they show up sometimes. But I've never had any other favoritism. Although maybe I should ask and try. Are you still listening, Kook? I want 1 billion gold in my account. I doubt that's going to happen.
It'd be pretty awesome if it did, though.
Yeah.
If it does, I won't part. I was here.
So, yeah.
Kook just types fat chance.
So, yeah, but if there's events and everything like the guys from M2 Gaming did, as Dakotas and Yeti Nation and golly, what's the other guy's name?
Envoy and Saint.
Envoy and Saint. Thank you. They're doing a charity and everything. I think it's totally cool to get favoritism, except with not in the form of giving them an advantage in the game, but getting them attention and stuff. I totally feel that that's appropriate. Okay, well, there's like 1 billion more questions, and I don't think we're going to have time to go over all of them. But what I want to do before we end this episode is give away. Let's do a giveaway. And you guys that are here on the Hangout, if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to mute you guys and say goodbye at this point. Thank you for joining us.
See ya.
And then pop over to the stream, and maybe one of you guys will win. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a contest drawing, and it is all you got to do is be a follower, and as a follower, you can. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to do nothing else. But what we're going to give away is an account that has anywhere from 0 to 9,600 gold, and so I mixed all the accounts together, so I don't know how much you're going to get, and then so just as long as you're a follower, and then those of you who are watching on YouTube that are wondering what about my chance? Okay, so just make a comment in this video, anything, on YouTube, and after a couple of days, I'm setting an alarm so that I remember to go do this. After a couple of days, I'm going to go and I'm going to choose one of you at random, and I will reply to your comment in the YouTube thing and saying that you won, and then you can go check your YouTube messages, and I will have sent you one of these codes. So this is part of us announcing that MarkyDragon.com is a authorized reseller for Infestation now, and so we have accounts if you need them, and we have an affiliate system for you guys that are in clans and running fan sites and stuff to help support your sites, so you can contact us about that. Okay, I'm going to hit update here. And 152 out of 159 people are following. Very good. So hit update one more time just for good measure. Ah, somebody disappeared. Okay, roll. Can I get a drum roll? Oh, and staff of Infestation can't win, and staff of Marky Dragon can't win. Sorry, but mods are eligible as long as they're not an employee, because they are they're donating their time and everything, and they should be able to. And if you've won one of these before, you can't win again. So here we go, rolling the dice, and Cheez-Its won. Cheez-Its 1 is the winner. So, shout out to Cheez-Its. Thank you, everybody. And Cheez-Its, you'll have a message from me in just a few minutes where you'll have one of these codes. And thank you, everybody, for joining today. Same time next week. And for those of you live, the next show coming up is Build an MMO. Please consider joining us, and you can help us build a game. Take care, everybody.